this has been yet another phenomenal year when, you know, Irish horses, Irish trainers, and in particular Irish jockeys are dominating worldwide. I mean, only yesterday in Hong Kong there were 10 races, just over 120 horses, 26 of them were Irish bred in Hong Kong on the other side of the globe. You know, if you look at what's happened in the UK, the most successful Cheltenham Festival ever this year, from an Irish perspective, where there was, you know, dominance in some of the categories where the top trainer, the top owner, and the top jockey were all Irish, and obviously, you know, 7 Group 1 wins in the UK this year on the flat. So, you know, we are setting standards in Ireland and maintaining standards in Ireland in terms of being the #1 country for breeding and training and racing horses. And I intend on keeping us there. And that's a difficult thing to do, particularly when governments have to make cutbacks in terms of expenditure. But we have managed to more or less maintain the Horse and Greyhound Fund this year because I recognise the fact that this is an international business. Other countries like France in particular are putting huge resources into trying to build their racing industry to encourage people to take horses out of Ireland to actually train them in France. We need to resist that, and we will. But even with far less resources than what they have, I think we have a tradition and a skill set and a land base here that will keep us at the very top. But you do need to have a basic amount of funding to actually keep us there in terms of prize money, in terms of sponsoring infrastructure development that needs to happen. And that's why I think most people seem to be relieved that there wasn't a significant cut in the budget last week.
I suppose the other significant news today is that Dennis Brosnan is to stay on as the chairman of Horse Racing Ireland until next November.
He is, and that's for a very specific purpose. I'm all for change and renewal. I think I've shown that in a whole range of other ways in my brief. But we are in the next few weeks going to commission a new independent study by an external body to look at Irish horse racing, how it's managed, how it's structured, how it's run, how it's funded. And on the basis of those recommendations, I think we'll introduce some changes to enhance what is an industry that's working quite well, despite the challenges that are there. And I'd like Dennis to be there for that process of, first of all, consultation, to put new recommendations in place, to establish whether we do need to change things. And once that is done, well, then I'll put a new chair in place for HRI to actually take things forward on a new basis.